Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. I hope you guys are having a great day, and if not, it gets better for you. So on this video today, we are going to be going into the new month. So I'm going to be getting my monthly payment schedule updated. Well, you'll see on my calendar for the month of September, so you guys can take a look, go into, and this is just a plain calendar. It's not even a a budget calendar or anything like that, but here you're going to see a layout of all my bills for this coming month, and then we can I'll be going over some of the stuff as far as what I have. Let me fix my camera a little bit so I can at least have you guys. Okay. Alright guys, so this is basically what for the month of September. I'm just getting my layout for the month and see where my payment schedule are going to be falling on by paycheck. This, you guys will see that I have it color coded to fit my everything that I have from income, expenses, streaming, and debt. So as far as you can see here, not sure if you can see too good, but here I have my income is all in blue, so anything in blue is going to be my income for the month. Then my expenses are in an orange, so anything that's expenses, my water, electricity, gas, and all the things that pertinent mostly to your monthly utilities. Then I have my streaming, and I included everything from monthly subscriptions to on my streaming, just because I mean, they really just all combined into one, and so I just keep that all totaled out. You'll see those in my purple, and then my debt is all in red, so that's of course my my home mortgage, my credit card payments, and so on and so forth. So you'll see with this layout, I have basically everything that's going to fall in within those certain paychecks. Right now I am a week behind, so anything that falls in within the first of the month, first day, all the way up until the next week that I actually get my paycheck, everything that falls in here will actually be going to this paycheck. And then some of this will actually roll into some of this other stuff that also falls into it. It's just something I'm like I said on my first video, this is new to me, so I'm learning the process as I go along. I'm trying to get it where I can actually have where all of this falls a week prior, a week to 2 weeks prior to me actually getting to this pay period. So everything that falls here, I want it to roll into the previous month. But I'm working on, of course, a month ahead challenge. So that's a goal I'm setting for myself for this year, so I can actually start that process, and I don't have to worry about, because right now it's paycheck to paycheck, and that is a struggle for most of us out there. We do try to itemize all of our income according to our our bills, but it's always we pay, we're paid to pay bills, and I don't want to live like that anymore. That's the biggest thing of why I've started this process. I'm hoping that I can succeed in it, and you guys can see my progress as I go along, because I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. It's a struggle whenever I've had, unplanned things that have come up that you're just not sure what you're gonna do to, find the time, the money to actually, be able to do whatever those things may be. Maybe it was emergency, maybe it was a family emergency, maybe it was just, something happened that you need to help with somebody, So those are this is my goal, is to be able to get eventually where I'm 2 weeks prior, and then eventually to the whole month ahead. And that's why I am doing that challenge for myself, is to work on getting a month ahead. And I think this month for September, because of course I downgraded to a new vehicle, that means I actually have a free month in September from a car payment. So I'm going to take every opportunity to get this month on a good, standing, basically on a good standing, so I can actually, start my payments when I do actually have to start my car payment, to be ahead of that. So I'm hoping that with that free month of a car payment, I'll be able to, at least eliminate some of this stuff that is, as far as like payoffs, debts, maybe, maybe I can cut down more on my one of my credit cards, anything I can help to hopefully help me get a better situated for the following months to come. And that way I'm not struggling so much, it is a struggle. So with that, I got my months laid out here, and then what I'm gonna do is also do my bill payments, because for me, I do want to see how each of my payments are gonna fall. And usually I just follow this along with my scheduled of payments, and this is for September. This is monthly bill payments, and for September, and this of course is going to give me my bill description. This is actually a budget planner that I got on Etsy. If you guys are interested in this one, I do. It is like a 300-400 page budget planner that you actually get. It has a lot of challenges on there. It has, different things that you can work toward, and different, especially if you're weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, depending on how you get paid, each of these, there is a page for each of your, based on how your income falls, and how you set up your bills, whether it's quarterly bills, whether it's yearly bills, monthly, or other subscriptions. So this right here, I'm just going to go ahead and lay out all my bills, just so I can know where they fall in order, and then that way I can determine, how each of these are going to affect my pay for each week that I get income. So we're going to go ahead and get, usually I like to write it using a pencil, but I don't know what happened to my pencil. So we're going to go ahead and just use a pen. Okay. So let's go ahead and get my pen. And so the first of the month, of course, is going to be this coming Friday. So we have for Wells Fargo. And what's bad about this is I am a lefty, so I'll just move it over here. So we're gonna move which is my home's mortgage. And then we have American Express. And I probably should, this is probably what I'll do. I'll figure that out. So this is due date is 9/1, and then we have my HPP, which is 9/3, and then we have Choice B. See if I can move it. And I'll get the amounts here entered in a minute. I try to stay close to each payment, the previous months. That's 9/6. My water bill. And I like this, you know, I have it spread out just, you know, to see where everything falls for the month, by each week. But I also like this, the idea of having it laid out for me in full, you know, like I can have a layout of everything that comes in first. So it's gonna be usually I like to put my debt toward the end here, just so I can know where my like my credit cards toward the end at the bottom of the page as a separate, just so I could see, you know, what everything else minus my debt, well, minus my credit cards would be. This right here also is just helping me to be accountable. That's all it's doing. It helps me see the wider range of what bills I have, look at it from a, you know, this perspective, so I can know that, you know, I can't, you know, spend where my spending's gonna be pretty tamed, you know, throughout the month. So 9/24. And this is gonna actually, I hope this month really helps me. What I've noticed in me becoming, I guess, budget conscious in this past few months. I mean, I've been just watching a lot of YouTube videos, trying to get an understanding of this whole concept. It is very eye-opening, actually. You know, I did have a lot more bills the past, you know, in the past couple months that I've actually started, you know, canceling a lot of subscriptions that I don't use, or things that I, you know, should have never had any longer. I need to cancel, like I have to cancel my Sirius because actually, you know, getting a new vehicle, you of course get Sirius XM for a couple months, I think it's 6 months, for free, and so I was paying that monthly after, you know, with my other vehicle, so I will actually have to cancel that. I need to make sure I keep note of that so I can make sure to, I'll probably write that before it drafts out of my account. Which is, I mean, it was $7, which I was paying, which is smart that you look at your stuff and what you're paying monthly. Because with Sirius, I was paying about $31 for the past maybe about a good 6 months, 4 or 5 months. And then when I realized that they were charging me that much, because of course you have it drafted from your account, you call them and you're like, hey, I either want to cancel or you got to find me something better. And so I actually got it down to $7 at the time, so I can make sure. I believe that is drafted on the 6th, so I need to make sure I cancel that, and so I'm going to leave that out there. But and that's pretty much all my bills. And what I like to do is go ahead and try to give an estimate of what my bills are, and then I'll actually put what I paid. And I have a little cheat sheet from see, this one was $7.74. I need to make sure I cancel that. So this should have gone here and put 50, and that should go up there. Sorry, I wrote it wrong, and I'm expecting to pay about 150. And these are just estimates, guys. I haven't gotten all my bills for the new month, so I don't know what my water bill is, which I know it's high because I mean I water my lawn. But yeah, doing this, I realized there was a lot of things that I was being charged that I should have canceled a long time ago, you know. And gas, I mean, is low. What you know, oh, I forgot Reliant. And Reliant is a pay-as-you-go, so this I can pay at any time. So I'll probably do $150 for electricity. And I leave that open because as you pay as you go, you don't have to, you just make sure you stay in the positive. So, then we have 59.8. Okay. So that's pretty much it for this month, which, guys, compared to last month, this is what I looked like last month. And as you can see, if you line it up, I mean, you can't really see because it's in pencil, but as you can see, it lines up, and it's, you know, it's, I've cut up some stuff. Like this is gone. Just some other things I've actually canceled. So it's really good to look at this in the bigger aspect of this lined up with all your bills, and you can actually see what you don't need to have and what you can actually start, you know, eliminating from your budget. So I'm gonna go ahead and get just an estimate of what I expect to pay for the month. we are looking at a total of $27.24 as an estimate. So whenever I get those payments made, then I will put the payment date, and then I'll add whatever. I'll probably put the correct amount here, just so I can see what I estimated for and then what I actually was that I paid for the month. And so this basically gives me a lineup of everything, which, guys, look at, I mean, from last month I had my total at $3,800 versus $2,700, so that's $1,000 that I've actually cut out from my income for this month, and it's kind of like a relief to have. So this will basically draw out the plans for whether what I'll be planning to pay for my incomes. Again, I get income for each week, and those will be applied to each of these depending on where they fall. But pretty much this, guys, is my month for September. I hope you guys, start, being budget conscious in your own journey. And it's very eye-opening to see those things that, where everything falls in place. It just really helps you to see the bigger aspect of your bills, and then you're like, oh crap, like, sometimes you can see, like, maybe you have 5 different bills that are coming due on this one day, and where you can actually fluctuate how your pay falls, so I mean, this is how I'm gonna work it right now. I hope I'm eventually gonna hopefully get to this point where I can actually be 2 weeks ahead to pay off all these bills that fall in the first of the week, and then these will fall in the next. But I hope you guys understand, hopefully, what I'm doing. And I hope it's starting to, at least you're seeing my journey as I go through this, and maybe it'll help you start, itemizing where everything falls on your plan, and you can start focusing on, becoming debt-free. That's my goal. If I can eliminate a lot of this stuff, start, just using those savings rather than going and, it would be nice to just, be able to go out and have a good time, or, go to dinner all the time whenever you want. But whenever you're on a paycheck to paycheck kind of payment schedule, I'm trying to eliminate a lot of the stuff that I used to do, which it would have been easier for me to just go buy something to eat rather than cook and just have to mess with it, especially whenever I work long hour days. But this will help me really cut back on spending where I don't need to, and hopefully get out of the whole debt situation and get myself on a brighter path to being debt-free and not struggling from paycheck to paycheck. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Much love to you guys, and I hope if you aren't following me, please do follow me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.